Warning, thank you in advance. Videos in this channel are based on my personal opinion and experience. If I make a mistake, which will happen eventually, please let me and my subscribers know through comments and or private Discord. Thank you for your time. Howdy folks, this is a Samurai up to level 50. This is Shadowbringers 5.1. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that bell for future content. Thank God that the update went out now, because I was about to upload my Samurai up to level 50, and they did change a couple of potencies here and there. They changed quite a few number of things, but mostly towards like the mid-level 60s and the early 70s and so on forth, but it really wouldn't affect my Samurai up to level 50 much in terms of ability and the usage of it. Mostly just potencies here and there, but thank God for that, and with that, let's continue. Alright, level 1, let's get Hakaze. We're going to deliver an attack with a potency of 200. It is instant cast with weapon skill global cooldown. At level 4, we get Jinpu. Delivers an attack with a potency of 100. After your Hakaze in a combo, you're going to do 320 potency instead. Increases damage dealt by 10%. Duration of 40 seconds. Weapon skill global cooldown. And the buff, it's called Jinpu as well. You're going to notice the buff here towards the bottom left corner. And there it is. Level 6, we get the third eye, reduces the amount of damage taken by the next attack by 10%. And by the next attack, meaning the next telegraph attack, the next AoE attack, the next, even the tank buster, it's going to reduce the attack, the damage received by 10%, duration of 3 seconds. It is instant cast with an ability off global cooldown of 15 seconds. And this is going to be your third eye. So it's pretty much useless up to level 50. We're going to be able to use this more effectively later on. You really shouldn't use this unless you get an AoE or room-wide mechanic damage from something like a raid mechanic or a savage contents, not savage extreme. At level 15, we get our Enpi. Delivers a ranged attack with a potency of 100. It is instantly cast with a weapon skill global cooldown. It has a range of 15 yalms, which is pretty far. Anytime you are not within melee range, you're going to be spamming this guy. It's considered a ranged auto attack. Level 18, we get Shifu. Delivers an attack with a potency of 100. After your Hakaze in a combo, you're going to do 320 potency. Reduces weapon skill cast time and recast time, spell cast time and recast time, and auto attack delay by 10%. Duration of 40 seconds. It is a weapon skill with a global cooldown. It basically just makes you go faster after you do that Shifu. So let's go ahead and do the Hakaze first, and then we're going to do that Shifu. And you're going to get your buff bonus. It's going to be called Shifu in all of your attacks and your weapon skills and your abilities. Most of your weapon skills are going to go off a little bit faster. As you can see, my character is moving a little bit faster towards the auto attacks there. At level 30, we get Gekko. Delivers an attack with a potency of 100. After your Jinpu in a combo, you're going to do 480 potency instead. It is instant cast with a weapon skill global cooldown. And after your combo bonus, you're going to get yourself Getsu, which is going to be the sen that looks like a crescent moon. It's going to be to the right side of my third eye. So let's go ahead and do our Hakaze first. Let's do that Jinpu, giving ourselves the bonus. And then let's finish it off with our Gekko, doing 480 potency and also giving me that crescent moon on the right side of my third eye. And before we continue on to Iaijutsu, we're going to jump into the Mangetsu, the Oka, and also the Kasha and Yukikaze, because I need to get you guys figured around the other two sen that we've missed besides the crescent moon, because the Iaijutsu requires the other two sens before we actually are able to cast those specific weapon skills. At level 40, we're going to get Kasha. Delivers an attack with a potency of 100. After your Shifu in a combo, you're going to do 480 potency instead. It also grants your Ka. It is a weapon skill with a global cooldown. Ka is basically the icon that's left to the true north. It looks like a little flower with the little hilt in the center. We're going to do the Hakaze first, then we're going to do our Shifu, giving ourselves the buff that reduces the recast time, and then we're going to finish it off with our Kasha, giving us the Ka. At level 50, we're going to get Yukikaze. Delivers an attack with a potency of 100. If done in a combo after Hakaze, you're going to do 360 potency instead. Grants your Setsu, which is your snowflake icon. It is instant cast with a weapon skill global cooldown, so let's go ahead and do our Hakaze first. And then let's follow up with our Yukikaze. Moving on, level 35, we get Mangetsu. Delivers an attack with potency of 100 to all nearby enemies. Combo action after your Fuga, you're going to do 160 potency instead. Extends the Jinpu duration by 15 seconds to a maximum of 40. It grants your Getsu, which is going to be the Crescent Moon. It is instant cast with a weapon skill global cooldown. Let's go ahead and do my Fuga into Mangetsu. It's going to extend it from 5 to 20. Lv50, we're going to get ourselves the Oka. Delivers an attack with potency of 100 to all nearby enemies. After your Fuga in a combo, you're going to do 160 instead. Extends Shifu duration by 15 seconds to a maximum of 40. It grants your Ka, which is your flower icon. It is instant cast with a weapon skill global cooldown. And let's go ahead and do our Fuga into our Oka, bringing ourselves from 10 to 25. So the first one up is going to be our Higanbana, most appropriately used in a single target after your Yukikaze, because it is very short. It only requires 2 weapon skills to initiate. So our first Iaijutsu is going to be Higanbana, and this guy is going to deliver an attack with a potency of 250 initially, and it also has a damage over time DOT for short, with a potency of 40 and a duration of 60 seconds. It is a weapon skill with a very short global cooldown. Let's go ahead and do our Higanbana. Now, while you're casting your Higanbana, you cannot move. If you move, you cancel the weapon skills cast time, and you will have to redo it again. Level 40, we get our Tenka Goken. If I didn't mention it before, your Higanbana is unlocked to level 30. Tenka Goken is going to deliver an attack with a potency of 360 to all enemies in a cone before you. It has the same range and radius of 8 yalms comparing to the Fuga. It has a cast and a recast with a weapon skill global cooldown. The same with the Higanbana, so make sure you do not move while you're casting this, and this is what it looks like. Level 50, we're going to get our Midare Setsugekka. It requires 3 cents to cast. It has a very short weapon skill global cooldown, and just like the other two, it requires you to stand still while you're casting this. It delivers an attack with a potency of 800 to a single target, high potency to a single target, and this is Midare. And final level 50, we're going to get our Meikyo Shisui. Execute up to 3 weapon skill combos without meeting the combo prerequisites. Does not affect Iaijutsu, duration of 15 seconds. It is instant cast with ability off global of 55. Now the issue with this is once you pop to your Meikyo, you now have a digit of 3 next to your Meikyo Shisui icon. It should be right where your FC buffs are. The only issue with this is it does not fully explain the ability associated with this. It does not let you execute. Well, it does let you execute weapon skills, just not weapon skills that require a combo. Pretty much any weapon skill depletes one of the charges on this. So a good example is I'm going to pop my Shisui. I have 3 charges. I'm going to use Enpi. That gets rid of 1 charge. I'm also going to use something like, let's see, my Hakaze. Depletes 1 charge as well. But for the sake of the example, the Meikyo Shisui is recommended to be used on the Gekko, on the Kasha, and also on your Mangetsu Oka. Try to not use it on your Yukikaze, because Yukikaze only requires 2 weapon skills to do the finisher in a combo, and it does not do as much potency as the other 2 of Kasha and Gekko. But of course, if you need it for a combo such as your Midare, go ahead and just toss it anyway. So a prime example of single targets is basically going to be you doing your Higanbana. That is the first thing you do in a single target. Tossing that Higanbana, and then you're going to go back and get your Jinpu into that Gekko. Let's go ahead and get our Shifu into our Kasha. And then let's go ahead and finish off with our Yukikaze into our Midare. Or Midare. So that's single target. Now for the single targets, along with your Meikyo, you're going to focus on the buffs. You're going to focus on Jinpu and you're going to focus on Shifu. Once you have those 2 buffs out of the way, go ahead and toss your Meikyo Shisui and then do the finishers. So an example is you're going to do the Yukikaze. Let's go ahead and put that dot timer on the target. That's priority number 1. Let's go ahead and go back and do the Jinpu. we're not going to finish with Gekko. We're going to go into our Shifu. Right afterwards, we're going to do our Meikyo Shisui. We're going to do our Gekko, Kasha, Yukikaze, and then finish it off with Midare. So for your AoE, considering AoE is 3 or more targets, you're going to completely ignore your Higanbana. Your main priority here is to spam out as many of your Mangetsus and your Okas as possible while tossing your Tenka. Tenka is your Tenka Goken, which deals 360 potency in a cone in front of you. So let's go ahead and, before you do anything else, we need to apply your buffs. It depends on how many mobs are up against you, but let's go ahead and apply the buffs as soon as possible. Once we have our buffs up, then let's go ahead and do those AoE combos. So let's go ahead and do Mangetsu or Oka, vice versa. Go ahead and do your favorites. Then let's go ahead and do those Tenka. And then that's it. That's basically AoE, Mangetsu, Oka, Oka, Mangetsu into your Tenka over and over and over again. So just like before, your Meikyo Shisui prioritizes your AoEs, but make sure you get your buffs going first. By buffs, I mean your Jinpu. So let's get our Jinpu first, and then let's go ahead and run around back into our Shifu. Once we have those down, let's toss our Meikyo. Let's get our Mangetsu first, or your Oka first, depends on you. Let's toss our Tenka, and then let's toss our final Oka or Mangetsu. Let's finish it off with our last. And let's do that Tenka once more. Alright, this is going to be a Samurai up to level 50. This is Shadowbringers 5.1 at the moment. Let's see what dungeon this is. This is going to be the Copperbell Mines Hard. Remember, get your buffs in first. Just stun on this guy. Oh, did not mean to do that. Get my buffs first. 3 targets, so AoE. Let's do my Tenka. Let's get in a little bit closer there. I'm not gonna do my Midare here. This guy's about to die. Let's move on. So if you have your Midare, toss it off before you start doing your AoE again. Remember, Midare is pretty effective up against single targets. It's pretty effective up against 2 targets. I would even use Midare up against 3 targets. It's just you should be using your AoE instead. Midare does 800 potency, and it's much more effective than using your AoE. So just get that out of the way before you do anything else. Let's do my Midare on this one. Stun him right afterwards, just in case the tank loses aggro. Let's get my buffs. I shouldn't have used it on my Yukikaze there, but Butterfingers. Let's keep going. So you kind of get the idea behind the AoE. It's pretty straightforward. You buff yourself, and then you start tossing your Mangetsu or your Okas, and you reset the timer on your 2 buffs. Let's wait till the tank lines them up. My other buff has expired, so let's go ahead and refresh the Shifu. Remember, it resets the time. The Mangetsu and the Oka resets the time. It does not reapply the buff. If the buff expires, you need to reapply it. So for boss fights, we have 2 Sens here, so we're going to get rid of those by tossing the Midare out first. Let me get my buffs going, of course. Let's get that Shifu. I should have done my Shifu first, so we could have done the Gekko. Let's get that Midare. I think this guy, you need to proc the bomb. Okay, let's get the bomb first. Let me kill the ads. But yeah, get that Higanbana on the target as soon as possible. I think I may have gotten hit there. Oh, yeah, that time too. That bomb might explode, so I'll get away from it. Let's get the ads. Where's the bomb at? We're going to refresh the Higanbana. Or die. Okay, let's refresh the Higanbana. Zuma Yukikaze. Into Midare, into Shisui. Let's do Midare again. But I need to focus on ads here. No one's getting the device, so anytime you're too far away from the targets, you need to toss out those Jinpus. They are considered a ranged auto attack. It's better than doing absolutely nothing. Let's do that Midare for the finish. Let me kill these ads. Okay, let's go after the boss. We need to finish the boss quickly. Alright, good stuff. And as always, we'll see you guys next time for our next Samurai guide. Up to level 60. Should be coming out soon. Have a good one.